now like to announce the results at the end of stage 3, the county of Newry. At this stage, there was 307 votes, surplus votes of Crimond were surplus and were transferred. The value of the votes was 0.51. The revised votes are as follows. Duffy received 113 papers at a value of 0.51, which was 57.63, with a revised total of 721.63, 721.63. Highland received 185 papers at a value of 0.51. That total 94.35, 94.35. The revised total for Highland is 1296.5. Next is Newry, who received 3 papers at a value of 0.51, which equals 1.53. The new revised total is 388.53, 388.53. The loan received 14 at a value of 0.51. The total was 7.14, and the revised total for the loan is 55.14, 55.14. McCullough received 97 papers. The total was 49.47, 49.47. The revised total for McCullough is 764.97, 764.97, 97. McAvoy got 153 papers at a value of 0.51, totaling 78.3. The revised total for McAvoy is 767.03. Just check that, yes. 767.03. Stokes received 34 papers at a value of 0.51, totaling 17.34. The revised total for Stokes is 997.48, 997.48. The recommendation is that Davy Highland is deemed elected. To agree on the movement forward for the next stage. If you add the surplus of Hart and Highland, Hart had 40 plus Highland 36.35, it gives you 76.35 of surpluses. The lowest candidate is Malone, followed by Larry. If you add both of those, you come to 443.67, and if you added the total surpluses, they still can go above next lowest, which is Duffy at 721.63. So the recommendation at this stage is to exclude the loan and Larry. So we will transfer those. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. This is the result of the 4th stage in the group. At the 4th stage, the transfer of the first round votes is Lewis. A total of 407,407 papers transferred. There were 31 non-transferable papers, resulting in 376 transferable papers at a value of 1. The remaining candidates received the following votes. Byrne, papers transferred at a value of 1. 7, total 7. The new vote at the end of stage 4A is 551.88. Clark received 21 papers at a value of 1, equaling 21. Revised total vote at the end of stage 4A, 707.04 at 770.04. Craig, 138 papers transferred at a value of 138. Total vote at the end of stage 4A is 1,166, that's 1166.00. King,
Total number of papers transferred was 7. The value of them is 7. Total vote at the end of stage 4A is 445.68, 445.68. Merton, number of papers transferred 2, the value of 1 is 2. Total vote at the end of stage 4A, 796.00, 796. O'Ribbon, total number of papers transferred is 4 and a value of 1 equals 4. Total vote at the end of stage 4A is 1046.44, 1046.44. Patterson, number of papers transferred 197 and a value of 1 equaling 197. Revised total at the end of stage 4A was 930.60, 930.60. As a result of stage 4A, I therefore deem Craig elected on the We are recommending we now propose to move forward to stage 4B to continue the redistribution of votes of the excluded candidate votes. Thank you very much.
Reaction to gas election. Are you looking me on? Nope. Okay.
Okay, and we're very welcome back here to another newly elected councillor, Gareth Craig from the DUP. You must be delighted to get elected there.
Yes, I am indeed. Actually, it's basically a new electoral area for me, so new boundaries. So it wasn't a foregone conclusion. So I really didn't know what to expect. I just, well, worked hard, over the last 3 years, and I knew that would stand to be a represented part of the area. But there was a lot of big new parts of the area as well, like Ballyward and other areas over towards Dundrum and Castlewellan. So it was a totally unknown to me. So I'm very pleased now.
And of course, Gareth, when you talk about Ballyward, I know it well, in around Castlewellan, you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, no, you don't know what's going to happen, and I mean, it was totally new ground for me. I got a reasonable response right the doors, and I sort of had to probably explain to people that people in Ballyward were eventually moving over to, Newry Morning Down Council. That actually took some by surprise as well. That come 2015, that they would be under a new council. So, but. That was good.
Oh, well, I mean, I think we're all being educated here because we're going from Cullerville to Saintfield, so it's a huge area.
Yeah, it is. It's a massive area, and in fact, Slieve Croob itself again is a massive constituency. Stretching right from Ballykilner right up as far as Ballyward. When you're standing at Ballykilner and you're looking at Slieve Croob as a mountain, it looks a long distance away.
And it's a lovely part of the world.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. It's a beautiful part of the world. Beautiful. So obviously there's potential there with tourism, etc. as well. So, yeah, just be delighted to be able to represent the people
Of course, your first forte into the sports centre here in Newry.
Yeah,
It's been a long count.
it has. It has been a long count now. Well, I knew with my first preference vote when I got 1,021, I knew it was in there definitely with a shout, you know, and I thought it was probably just a matter of time until transfers would, you know, get me in. So I'm just glad to be here. Relieved that it's all over now.
And of course, Gareth, the way proportional representation, it's all about hanging in there right down as the votes go down.
Yes, it is indeed. I mean, I was here to 12:30 last night, and you know, I could see the adulation and the despondency and all the things as the twists and turns took place at the end, you know. And so I know what happens under PR, you know.
It's totally an amazing way to run an election, but I think it's the fairest way, and it gives every party a chance.
Yeah, well, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. It just means you have to sweat out a bit longer usually, but yeah, just glad to be here.
But Gareth, you're very welcome, and thanks a million for coming and talking to us here on Destination Newry going round the world. I think we're the only station following the election completely right through from start to finish.
Good.
So you're part of that as well.
Yeah, great. It's good. Thanks for the opportunity.
No bother. Gareth, thanks a million and good luck. So there we have it. Our new elected DUP councillor, Gareth Craig, has now been elected. So we'll just wait now for what's happening in Newry, but there will be a little bit of a break because everybody has gone upstairs for a little bit of dinner and what have you. So, you know, it's exciting times here on Destination Newry, bringing you live coverage of the local election. I believe we're the only station in the whole country of Ireland doing this as we speak, and we're getting a great response. And Dahi Murray, if you're looking in, I get your point 100%, Dahi. I know, and I suppose it would be great to be sitting in Teresa's kitchen now having a good dinner, but we have to keep the message here to everybody. So hello to Dahi. And with some sports results, earlier on I did say about Bestbrook and Archer being thrown out of the cup. That was just breaking news. We haven't got any more information. When we do, we'll bring it to you. So not only do you get election news here, you get sports news and everything else that happens in the local area, thanks to Destination Newry.
Good afternoon. This is the completion of stage 4B. The remaining votes of Lewis was distributed. A total of 8 papers transferred. There was 1 non-transferable paper resulting in 7 transferable papers with a total value of 6.12. 6 at a value of 1 and 1 at a value of 0.12. The remaining candidates received the following votes. Pardon, there was no transfer, none of the papers were transferred. Therefore, the total vote at the end of stage 4 remains the same at 551.88. That's 551.88. Clark got 1 paper transferred at a value of 1, so the total vote at the end of stage 4A is 771.04. King had 2 number papers transferred at a total value of 1.12, and the new total at the end of stage 4A is 446.80. Martin had 1 paper transferred at a total value of 1. The new total vote at the end of the stage is 797.00797. O'Griffin had no papers transferred, Harrison had 2 at a combined value of 2, and the new total at the end of the stage is 932.6, which is 932.6. I now propose to exclude candidate King as his current total of 446.8, but added to the total surplus of 14 from Craig, but still not bring King above the total of the next votes candidate. Therefore, I propose to exclude King at this stage and reinstate his votes at this stage. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, you're very welcome back to Destination Newry's live. Katrina, we're the only station in the whole of the islands of Ireland, and we're streaming this event live from yesterday, today, and there's some crack going on over there at the minute. it's down to maybe even one vote, and there's a possibility that there could be a recount on the last section of the cantilever over there. But that's for a moment or two.
Well, first of all, I love the fact you're talking about the islands of Ireland. Achill Island, Clare Island, Ilan Aran, Ilan Hory, Rathlin, Inishvera, all the beautiful islands across Ireland. So it's been a momentous day. There's people, I mean, as I'm sitting here, I'm wondering about my sister in Castlebar, I'm wondering about the Louth candidates, I'm wondering about the European candidates. Sinn Féin's going well, and you know why? Because Sinn Féin are standing up for people during very difficult times for this, and no matter what they're throwing at us, we are coming out on top. And the biggest thing is we're a team, and we're fighting as a team here for the people of Ireland.
And as we say that, Katrina, there is the possibility. Now, I haven't seen any figures yet, but from what I'm hearing through the grapevine here is that come Monday, Sinn Féin could be the biggest political party in Ireland.
Well, wouldn't that be wonderful? But more importantly than being the biggest party, they're a party. We are a party that want change. And look at the people who are getting elected. Young women, young men, people right across this island, and young people with principles. And that's what this island needs. We need to get rid of the old style of politics, and we need the new style of stand up and be counted, be principled, and stand up for the working poor as well.
Well, here's one for Katrina. The bridge across Carlingford Lough.
I want the bridge. We are going to get that bridge.
So,
We are going to get that bridge.
well, it would be a great testament to the people of the new council. There's no doubt about that. But as the man says, we'll have to wait and see how that pans out.
Yeah, well, I'm determined. We are going to get that bridge, and we will work with everybody to ensure we get it.
And Katrina, I know you're sitting here waiting. Your sister's running an election down in Castlebar, is it?
Castlebar.
A lovely part of the west of Ireland,
It
and you don't know yet, but it's tight. It's tight.
It is. Well, we'll see. I won't say anything yet. If she gets elected, it is the first time we have somebody from the Castlebar area in Sinn Féin elected to the county council. She's a great woman. She's my baby sister. And I just think she's great, and I hope she does get elected.
Well, there's no doubt about that. But Katrina, there was a wise man said to me today, there's no point worrying about proportional representation. You have to wait. The best way to wait is get a cup of tea, sit back and just let it happen.
Well, I brought my flask with me. I came in here with sandwiches for everyone. You know, austerity rules, and hopefully we'll be celebrating tonight.
Katrina Rowan, it's always a pleasure to speak to you.
Chef Destination Newry.
Thanks a million. And there we go. Katrina Rowan, MLA for as House Down. I don't know what it's going to be called in the new one, but always a lovely lady to speak to, and she come and speak. She came over and spoke to us there. So now we are waiting on. It is very, very tight on Cantilever. There's a strong talk over there that there's only a vote or two votes between two candidates, and I would imagine if it's that close, they'll probably call a recount back to the previous count. So we await on that one, and we're rattling towards the end of Destination Newry's live coverage here of the local elections. It has been exceptional, it has been exciting, it has been a great occasion. Destination Newry have been to the forefront in this. This is unbelievable what they're doing here, and every politician, even those that have come from deep down and maybe they wouldn't know so much about us, they're totally amazed and flabbergasted of what's going on here, and they're following the whole story here live on Destination Newry around the world. So it's exciting times. We're going to have a big story. There's no doubt about it. Gibbons and Tinley, maybe it's down to the wire with them, but we don't know. Again, it's like everything else. We nearly be afraid to call it, but it's so close, and Eddie Curtis is coming up, so we're just going to go to Eddie and see what Eddie has to say.
Good afternoon. We bring to your attention the recommendations arising from Stage 4 of the district election area of Newry. This was the exclusion of Lowry and Malone. There was 425 votes at a value of 1, that's 425. There were 17 votes at a value of 0.51, which is 8.67. And there were 20 papers at a value of 73 votes, which brings his revised total at the end of stage 4 to 1070.84. That's 1,070.84 votes. The recommendation asking for approval is for the transfer of the surplus vote of Hart. Is everybody satisfied with that? We will then move forward to stage 9. Thank you very much.
So we're back to the 4th count in the Newry city area. So some more votes pushed across. So the total sitting at this stage, Jacinta Duffy, SDLP, will now be sitting on 791.63. Kevin McAteer, SDLP, is now sitting on a total of 812.03. Peter McAvoy, SDLP, is now sitting on a total of 804.06. And Gary Stokes from the SDLP is sitting at 1070.84. So now what's happening, Kimmins' access votes will now be distributed. So we're going to the fourth vote here, or the 5th vote in Newry City. And as I said earlier on, over in the Contaleve area, it is so tight over there. There's not even a whisker of a moonbeam between the two candidates over there. We are waiting on a decision on that one, and we reckon it's going to be coming very, very shortly. So it's all happening here on Destination Newry's live coverage of the local elections. The only TV station in the whole of the island of Ireland covering live local elections here, and we're getting great plaudits here to do this. So hopefully you're enjoying it. We know there's not a lot happening between the council and all that, but this is getting a feel of local democracy happening here in Ireland at ground roots. So Destination Newry are to the fore. I know the lads behind the scenes here, everybody's tired, my knees are sore, I'm hungry, but anyway, we'll keep you informed. So hopefully very, very soon we will have, I would say very, very shortly, we'll have the conclusion to the Newry one. In the Contaleve, that's gone right down to the wire, so we'll see what happens in that. But we'll bring you any more news as it happens. Andy, you're not standing for the new council, but you're
No, I'm not standing. I've done. I came into council in 1977, May 77. So you count those years up with 38 years with 4 years of a break. And I'm looking forward to retirement. But I've left a good young man in my place, and my seat's in very safe hands.
That's young David Taylor.
Young David Taylor, and a good young fella, and we'll be there to carry her on.
There's no doubt about that, and it would be remiss of me when we have Andy in here not to wish Andy it's his birthday today. Andy, you're 70 today.
I'm indeed, and they're telling me here I'm very fit, but I'm not that fit. I've plenty of pains.
We've all pains here. We're standing here all day. Well, anyway, congratulations, and congratulations, David, and I suppose to yourself, happy birthday.
Thank you, Damien. And we'll be down around the house and say, if you haven't seen the end of me, we'll be down there looking a few grants off you.
Not a bother. Congratulations, Andy Moffat. Andy is 70 today, so Destination Newry, happy birthday to Andy Moffat. Well, we're sitting waiting here on what's happening. There's a lot of activity behind the scenes here about Newry and what we anticipate to happen here. It's just, again, too close to call. Duffy is 791. McAteer 812, McAvoy 804, and Stokes 1,070. And now they're going into Hart's surplus votes that will be distributed. So where do they go? Don't know. It is just too close to call. So we'll find that out very closely to the top of the hour. Hopefully you've enjoyed our live coverage here right across the whole local election. Got a feel for what local elections mean to the local people, and of course Destination Newry, our local station, bringing it to the masses. So just hang in there with us for another couple of minutes, and hopefully we'll have another big story for you before the top of the hour. And you're very welcome back to our live coverage of the local elections. I have just been informed that there is a recount taking part over in Crontaleve area because there's only a vote or 2 votes between 2 of the candidates, and that is even closer than the Slieve Gullion one, so it's going right down to the wire. There's not even a clip of sunshine between them, so there has been a recount called over there. So as we await to see what's happening, I'm just going to call you out some dart results. The Premier Division individuals, winner Ray Campbell, Trainers A, he's the holder. Runner-up Justin McCavitt, Bides B. Beaten semi-finals Andy Coulter and Kenny Wharton Jr. from Nummies A. Premier Division pairs, winners Ray Campbell and Paddy Kearney of Trainers A. Runners-up Andy Coulter and Damien Montgomery from Trainers A and all Camla final. Beaten semi-finals Martin Carville and Sean McMurray Nummies A, and Donald Fagan and Noel Bradley Trainers A. Division 1 individuals, winner Pete McGinty Drummondhee. Runner-up Mark Gorman Catholic Workingmans. Beaten semi-finals Stephen Fern Gap of the North and Damien Kilgallen Drummondhee. Division 1 pairs Stephen Fern and Thomas McCartney Gap of the North. Runner-up Billy Havern and Gerard O'Connell from Trainers Bar. Beaten semi-finals Peter McGinnity and Gareth Kilgallen Drummondhee. Tommy McFerry and Eamon O'Boyle Trainers Bar. Division 2 individuals, Martin Duffy Bayview Omeath. Runner-up Robert Connolly Gap of the North B. Beaten semi-finals D Dalton Cranchigo and John Quinn Bayview Omeath. Division 2 pairs, winners John Quinn and Martin Duffy Bayview Omeath. Runners-up Frank Bagnall and Kieran Connell from Glen. Beaten semi-finals Ian O'Neill and Jerry Kearns Bayview Omeath, and Seamus Keane and Sean Doyle Doyle's Bar Camla. Division 3 individuals, winner Paul Irwin Hockey Club C. Runner-up Sam Henry Hockey Club B, so a hockey club 1 and 2 there. Beaten semi-finals Margaret Maguire Killeavy, there we have it, our First Lady, and Pat Quinn Killeavy. Division 3 pairs, winners Mickey Donnelly and Con McParlin from O'Hanlon's and Whitecross. Runners-up Paul Irwin and Jason Martin from the Hockey Club C. Beaten semi-finals Alan McManus and Pat Quinn Killeavy, and Davy Watterson and Ralph Patterson from the Windmill Bar B. Division 4 individuals, winner Packy Walker Halves Bar Omeath. Runner-up Jimmy McMahon Armagh Down Bar. Beaten semi-finals Peter Woods Halves Bar Omeath and Archie Murphy from By C. Division 4 pairs, winners Rowan Kern and Gary Slavin Indo. Runners-up Kenny Kilbreth and Brian Craven from the Armagh Down. Beaten semi-finals Liam Donovan and Derek Dinsmore Seasiders INF, and Robert and Daisy Havern Bides C. That covers our darts for the week. And then of course the pool, the Divisional Cup Finals results. Well, Mickey Cunningham, the special one, he got it right. Cranchigo A versus McGuigan's, and they absolutely hammered McGuigan's on a 7-2 scoreline. Division 2, TJ's versus Alco Boys, and TJ's got beat 2-7 in that one, so that was a big result for the Alco Boys. Division 3, Indo B versus Bellini's, and Bellini's won that one 7-2. Division 4, Catholic Workingmans B 4 and the Indo A 5, that one right down to the wire. So that's our local sport as we sit at the minute. We're coming to the end. I see Eddie Curtis looking over. He's going to be up and make an announcement. There is a recount going on over there, but I have to say it has been a privilege to be part of this whole new experience here on Destination Newry, bringing you live coverage. And of course the Saturday sports show was supposed to be on, but due to our long extended coverage of the local elections, it didn't happen. We'll be back with the Saturday show next Saturday at 4 o'clock, and there will be no Monday night sports show this week because it's a bank holiday. So it has been a long couple of days. It has been exciting. It has been like a football match, a tennis match. It has been everything here. It's been closer than the Premiership finish in some of the wards here in Newry, and I can tell you it's going down to the wire. We thought Slieve Gullion was close. We thought we had it all, the drama this morning, but in Crontaleve it is even more so at the minute. There are people over there, they're afraid to move. So unfortunately, we're probably not going to be able to bring that to you, but it has been a privilege to be part of this occasion. Thanks to Rowan for all his good work yesterday and today. Thanks to Sean. Well, we're going to hang in here because Eddie Curtis is moving to the podium, so we'll just go with this, and maybe Ryan will put the camera on Eddie and we'll see what happens.
It's a transfer of 1,300 votes of part of a total value of 40. The transfers are as follows. Duffy, 96 papers at 0.08 value, which is 7.68. Revised total at the end of stage 5 is 799.31. McIntyre, 103 papers at 0.08, value of 8.24. New total at the end of stage 5, 820.27. McAvoy, 56 papers at 0.08, their value 4.48. Revised total 808.54. Stokes, 201 at a value of 0.08. The value is 16.28, and revised total at the end of stage 5 is 1086.9. Non-transferables was 844. The recommendation to go into stage 6 is that we will now transfer the consequential surplus of Highland, which is 185 votes with a surplus value of 36.35. Is everybody okay with that? Thank you. Which is the exclusion of the McGreevy and the transfer of all the votes at a value of 1. So, after the transfer of these votes, the total value for car SDLP was 334, which is the revised total at the end of stage 3 of 1,402. Sinead Ennis, Sinn Féin, 11, which gives a revised total age at the end of stage 3, 1,344. Gillian Fitzpatrick, SDLP, 180, with a revised total at the end of stage 3 of 1289. Mark Gibbons received 74, which gives a revised total of 941. William Mitchell received 7, which gives a revised total of 1143. Mickey Rowan, Sinn Féin, 53, with a revised total at the end of stage 3 of 1285. And Jordan Finley got independent 85, giving him a total of 941. So the recommendation is we have got 2 surpluses still to look at in the Crockleave area. There's a surplus of McIntyre at a value of 4 and a surplus of Carr at a value of 3. And the recommendation is that we proceed with the reallocation of the surplus of 4 of the highest, which is McIntyre. Is everybody in agreement with that? Sorry? Okay, as per the legislation, any candidate or any agent can request a recount. However, I have to make it very clear that the recount is only at the stage of the transfer of the votes from McGreevy, which was the exclusion of McGreevy. Okay, we will proceed to do a recount on that stage. Thank you very much.
Okay, so dramatic scenes here in Crontaleve area where, well, after the third count, Michael Carr 1402, and that would deem that Michael Carr would be elected. Congratulations to Michael. Sinead Ennis from Sinn Féin, she is now sitting at 1,344. Gillian Fitzpatrick, SDLP, is sitting at 1,289. Mark Gibbons, now listen to this, sitting at 941. William Mitchell, Ulster Unionist Party, he is sitting at 1,143. Mickey Rowan, Sinn Féin, sitting at 1,285. And John Tinley, Independent, he is now sitting at 941. Can you believe this, folks? We almost have a draw here. So there has been a recount called for the distribution of McGreevy's votes, so they'll go back to recount that and look at it and see how close it is. It could well be, I'm not sure if it's 941 point anything on the two, but it is so close. So we have Declan McAteer has been elected, Michael Carr has been deemed to be elected according to my figures here, and then we wait on the other four councillors, and it is nip and tuck between them. So I don't know if we're going to be here to find this out. We'll see. But it is so close. There's not a whisper of daylight between two of the candidates. You never thought you would see this in a local election, but it's happening here on Destination Newry. Of course, our local live coverage right around the world here on Destination Newry, the only station in the country providing this service, and hopefully people get a feel for what we're doing. No Saturday sports show today. The lads are very tired. I have to say well done to Sean, Martin, Michael, Ryan and Aaron in the background here. They've been doing tremendous work. I'm not sure if we're going to be staying here, but it's very, very close. They're away to count them. I just want to see what happened in Newry. So what happened in Newry there, the Jacinta Duffy is now sitting at 799.31. Kevin McAteer, he is sitting at 820.27. That's the SDLP. Peter McAvoy, SDLP, is sitting at 808.54, and Gary Stokes is now sitting at 108.6.9, and that's how it's sitting at the minute. We'll see. Somebody asked me to call out who has gone through left, right, and centre. To be truthful, I don't have that information with me here, but I can tell you in Slieve Gullion, because it was on today, so I'll go through what I have here to the best of my ability. So, Crontalee, Michael Carr is deemed to be elected, as is Declan McAteer at this stage. Downpatrick, obviously Jeremy Corn was elected last night, as was Gareth Sharvin was elected, and I think Colin McGrath was elected as well. Naomi Bailey. So in Newry, Charlie Casey Sinn Féin was elected, Valerie Hart Sinn Féin was elected, Davy Highland Independent was elected, Liz Kimmins Sinn Féin was elected, and we await the results of the other one. In Rowan, the 5-seater, Terry Andrews was elected. Again, I'm not just sure who else has been elected here. I don't want to be calling anything out here, but I think Robert Burgess was elected in that one. Stephen Burns has been elected, and that's still ongoing. The Slieve Gullion, Geraldine Downey elected SDLP, Terry Hardy Sinn Féin has been elected, Mickey Larkin.
Also, the announcing the completion of stage 5 in 2 minutes for stage 3.
So we're waiting on the Slieve Crew. 2 minutes to go on that one. Kate Lochran has been elected, Roisin Mulgrew has been elected, and Barra O'Muir has been elected, as has David Taylor. That's the Slieve Gullion ward. And the Mourns, Willie Clark has been elected in the Mourns. Devlin, Nora Devlin, SDLP has been elected. Sean Dorn from Sinn Féin has been elected. Glenn Hanna, DUP. I'm not sure now, I'm just looking. Harold McKee, yes, Harold McKee has been elected. We spoke to Harold last night. Brian Quinn has been elected. And Henry Riley, UKIP, UK Independence Party, has been elected. Well, that's as much as the information as I have at hand here. I'm sure if it was a wee bit earlier in the day, we'd have more information, but that's been our live coverage here on Destination Newry's local elections. The only TV station in the whole of the island of Ireland, or the islands of Ireland, whatever way you want to look at it, have been bringing this all around the world here today from the Sports Centre in Newry. Thanks to the team behind me. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. It has been a long day. We're still waiting on the recount from Crontalee two candidates sitting on 941 votes. It is so close, it's unbelievable. And then of course the Newry, we'll wait on the Newry, the distribution of the Newry ones. We have it coming here now.
At the completion of stage 5 of Stage Group DEA, the total votes that came were distributed. A total of 548 papers were transferred. There were 20.4 non-transferable papers, resulting in 527.6 transferable papers with a total value of 446.8. That's 446.8. The transfer of the votes are as follows. Burn received 251 papers with a combined value of 229.88. The revised total at the end of stage 5 is 781.76, 781.76. Clark, number of papers transferred 50, combined value 36.8. Total vote at the end of stage 5 is 807.84, that's 807.84. Murden, 148 papers transferred, a total combined value of 132.16. Revised total vote at the end of stage 5 is 929.16, 929.16. O'Griven, number of papers transferred 59, combined value 25.56. Revised total at the end of stage 5, 1,072, 1072.00. And Harrison, number of papers transferred 2, combined value 2. Revised total at the end of stage 5, 934.6. I now propose to exclude candidate Byrne as her current total of 781.76, 781.76. When added to total service of candidate Craig 14, would not bring Byrne above the total of the next lowest candidate. Therefore, I propose to exclude Byrne at this stage and redistribute her vote at stage 6. Is everybody satisfied with that decision? Thank you very much. Moving on to the district electoral area of Newry. This is the completion of stage 6, which was a transfer of the consequential service of Highland to 185 votes with a service value of 36.35. The votes were transferred at a value of 0.5. Duffy, 20 votes at 0.50. Giving 10.2, new revised total of 89.51. McIntyre, 24 at a value of 0.50, value 12.24, total 832.51 average vote 6. McAvoy, 17 papers at a value of 0.51, value 8.67, new value 817.21. 817.21. Stokes had 10 at 0.51, value 5.10, revised total 1,092.02, 1,092.02. Therefore, there are now no services, so we will exclude the lowest candidate Duffy and transfer these votes commensurate with those with the highest value. Does everybody accept that?
Okay, you're very welcome back to our coverage of the local elections. Just what happened there in the Newry, the votes of Highland were distributed. Jacinta Duffy had 809 in total, Kevin McAteer 832 in total, Peter McAvoy 817, those are the SDLP, and Gary Stokes 1,092. So my understanding and reading in it is that already 4 councillors have been elected in the Newry area: Charlie Casey, Valerie Hart, Davy Hyland and Liz Kimmins. So that leaves 2 seats to be picked up, and the 2 seats is a battle between the remaining SDLP candidates, and with Jacinta Duffy being the lowest on the card. She's on 809. The next one is McAvoy 817 and Kevin McAteer on 832. So Duffy has now been excluded, and her surplus votes then will be transferred across. So it's any 2 from the last 3, which leaves Kevin McAteer, Peter McAvoy and Gary Stokes in the running for the last 2 seats here in Newry. That's how it's happening. So maybe we might get that before we finish, but I don't know. If we don't, it has been a pleasure to be part of this new exciting venture that Destination Newry has provided to the people of the area. And of course this will be up to watch all over the place. Momentous occasion with all the candidates. The candidates have been excited, there have been disappointments, there have been tears of happiness, there's been tears of sadness in the hall here that today I've witnessed it. There's been shock, awe, amazement of how all this panned out. It's local elections, and I would suggest to any teacher that's teaching politics, the next time you have an opportunity to see this, bring your political class down here to look at local elections taking place. It's an education, it's a fabulous thing, and that's how it sits. At the minute, we are now waiting on the conclusion to Newry, the conclusion to Crontyfees and Slieve Cub, so we have to wait and see, but we may be able to bring the end of this, I'm not sure. If not, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and keep telling us of our coverage, what you think of it, good, bad or indifferent. If I've made mistakes live here, I apologise. Thanks to the lads, Ryan, Aaron and Michael and Sean in the background for keeping us updated here. Good luck to all our locally elected candidates, commiserations to those that didn't make it, and we'll see everybody in the near future. And that's about as much as I have to say here this afternoon.